Is now a good time to be recording? Absolutely not. It is 2 a.m. Good evening. Welcome to SoulSilver. In an episode of something that I have not edited yet, I believe Minecraft, I mentioned that I don't know how to record a Pokemon Let's Play, and I would like some tips on that in the comment. Well, that was a lie, clearly. I know how to record it, it's just that I would have rather been able to record it on an actual DS or Switch. This is neither of those things. If you are a normal human being, if you are Game Freak or Nintendo or anything, this is totally a DS. Don't come for me. I can't afford a lawsuit. Anyway, the intro is starting again, which tells me that I've been talking for too long. I chose SoulSilver because I have Heart Gold, and I'd like to see the differences. But it doesn't really matter, mind you, the differences in Pokemon exclusives, because this is a randomized version of SoulSilver. I'll put the stuff in the comments so you can play along if you'd like. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it, I suppose. Yeah, sorry man, I know it's late. Fun thing about this game is it's the only series of games where Professor Elm, the actual Pokemon professor of the region, does not talk to you at the beginning of the game. Of course, Sword and Shield also does not have the professor speak to you at the beginning of the game either. He is giving us the standard welcome to the world of Pokemon shtick, and as he's doing that, I will tell you what a Nuzlocke is, which is what we're going to be doing. Every Pokemon in the game is not what it's supposed to be. I didn't want to run into legendaries too early because I feel like that would result in a very fast game over. And I also didn't want to get a legendary as a starter because that would make us overpowered. So all Pokemon are going to be around the same power level as what usually appears there. But it is randomized, so this is 4 generations. Remember, Heart Gold and SoulSilver are in the same generation technically as Pearl, Platinum, and Diamond. So 4 generations of Pokemon. It's completely randomized. Hopefully we won't be overpowered or dead at the beginning. So I don't think, no, Twilight won't fit here. So usually the name I go with instead is Nova. I just think it's pretty, and it's, you know, it's kind of Twilight, spacey, like supernova. So a Nuzlocke is where you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter on each route, and if your Pokemon faints, you box it, and you don't get to use it for the rest of the run. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do a traditional super serious Nuzlocke, mind you, because the whole fun of randomizers with me is getting to see all the different Pokemon that you can catch. Everything that's, you know, not supposed to be there. I thought this game in particular would be really fun to do this with, because in Heart Gold and SoulSilver, your Pokemon actually appears in the overworld with you. You get to walk around with your Pokemon. She is just giving us all of the things that we need. I think I can just click the bottom screen here. I can. On my very real Nintendo DS. So what I did just there, I made the text speed faster. Out here we meet our friendly rival who we never actually get to battle. I don't know if there's another rival like that in the series that journeys alongside you but you never actually have any sort of encounter with them. But his name's Ethan. He sent us an email. I glanced at it upstairs. Unfortunately, in this game, you don't have a potion in your PC. In all the Game Boy and below games, you do. This is our actual rival who we do get to fight later after he steals a Pokemon. And we're gonna go in there and be given a Pokemon. Hello. So this is what he is saying, what I was talking about, that you can walk with your Pokemon outside of the Pokéball, which you could not do in the original Gold, Silver, and Crystal, by the way. I do know that because I have it on Virtual Console on my 3DS. So it's a really fun thing that is exclusive to this game, unless you have like the DLC in Sword and Shield or Let's Go. That's also its whole thing, because it is a remake of the original Pokemon Yellow, where you get to walk around with a Pokemon. In Yellow, you just get to walk around with Pikachu following around behind you, because Professor Oak is like, oh, it doesn't look like it likes its Pokeball, and it's based off of the anime, so you get that pesky Pikachu that doesn't like its Pokeball, but thankfully listens to you in the game, like it didn't to Ash in the anime. So let's see what the starters have been randomized to. I have no idea, but I did select that it would be other Pokemon with 2 evolutionary stages. So let's see. Touch a Pokeball to see what Pokemon is inside. Shinx, the electric type Pokemon, is in this Pokeball. Okay, that's really cute. I don't know what Pokemon that's replacing. I think it might be Totodile. I know that one that it hovers over at the beginning is Chikorita. Let's see. Oh, Beldum, the steel type Pokemon, is in this Pokeball. Okay. And Ghastly, the ghost type Pokemon. Well, that's... okay, sorry. I don't mean to sound, unhappy. I like Ghastly as a Pokemon. It's just the problem is that it's a trade evolution, so you would never actually be able to get Gengar. So for me, that means there are only 2 real choices, and Beldum is a pain in the ass to encounter, usually, and catch. I think Beldum is the stronger Pokemon, like, objectively, but I really like Shinx. I think Shinx is cuter. Oh wait, I know, okay, it's the color of the text tells you what they replace. Ghastly replaces Chikorita. Shinx replaces Cyndaquil, and Beldum replaces Totodile. Wait, so if I choose Shinx, we'll still get to see Beldum because our rival will have Beldum. Because your rival takes whatever Pokemon is strong against the one that you pick. So if you pick Cyndaquil, he picks Totodile. Whereas if I chose Beldum, then he would have Ghastly. Which isn't bad, again, but I think Beldum is a much more interesting Pokemon for a rival to have. My mind is made up. I'm picking Shinx. Yes, I want Shinx. Plus, funny enough, I was actually... Pokemon is one of those things that... Oh, hold on. Let's give him a nickname. Her a nickname. Sorry. Its ears and its tail look like stars. So, let's name her Starlight. There we are. What I was saying before, I've actually... Pokemon is one of those things that I love to make characters for, like OCs. And recently I was making one that is based off of Tokyo Machine, which if you haven't heard his music, I highly recommend it. He's a very good artist, I like him a lot. He just gave us a free potion there. But I made one for Pokemon based off of him that, the OC's favorite Pokemon is Luxio, so that's what he gives himself as a name. I just think it's fun that one of our starters is Shinx, because I was, like, just recently thinking of him. This is the rival that we don't battle. We do have to go show it to our mother the first time because she gives us our, is it still an X transceiver? No, that's Unova, right? What do we get? Our, oh, Pokegear, right? That is the, it's like a phone. Yeah, see, she says you can use it to make a phone call. That's important for the story. Elm gives us his number. So we're gonna try and leave town, and Elm is gonna be like, wait, I forgot something. There he is. Very convenient that he gives us his number now when we actually have the Pokegear. Here is our first route, which means we're going to have our first encounter. Well, not really. We don't have Pokeballs yet. We have not been shown the catching tutorial, so we can't catch anything here. So we don't have the encounter yet. Also, if we somehow lose whatever battle we encounter here, that is not the end of the run immediately, because in most Nuzlocke rules, oh. Well, I guess I could have caught a Shinx. It's fine because, okay, there's this thing called the Species Clause, where if you already have a Pokemon of the same evolutionary tree as the one you encounter, you can re-roll your encounter. Basically, you can just run around in the grass again until you find something you like better. And if we were to somehow lose to this level 2 Shinx, as I was saying before, I wouldn't feel good about the rest of the run, mind you, but most Nuzlocke runs start when you get Pokeballs. So if one of your Pokemon faints after you have Pokeballs, then you start considering it as game over. But if we were to lose here, we would just like go back home to Mom and she'd be like, what? We can also get an encounter over here. I believe there's a route past there. So that'll be fun. I want to explore now when we actually have Pokeballs with which to catch other creatures. Pokemon is a very strange world if you think about it for too long, so don't. Another thing I like about this game is that we get the running shoes very early. We get it from this guy. He gives us a tour of the town, but he's like super fast because he has running shoes. Because for some reason in this universe of making little creatures fight for us, you can only run if you have a specific type of shoe. I love that he just showed us the ocean like it was something we'd never seen before. I mean, I guess in Pokemon, you know, there's always that character that's like, you'll die if you go outside of town without your own Pokemon. So I guess we've never been over here. Like, even though this town is right next to where we are, we've never been out this way. I would like to heal my beautiful little Starlight. Thank you. It honestly is like the perfect starter Pokemon. Because it's a little star tail and like star ears. It fits my aesthetic. She fits my aesthetic. Oh, I can also check what nature she has. We saw that she has the ability Intimidate from... Oh, Sirius. Okay. Yes, so Intimidate we saw from that little battle with the level 2 Shinx. She has a serious nature, which means that all of her stats grow at the same rate. Which is pretty okay. Yeah. I would prefer just a neutral nature like Sirius to a nature that lowers one of the stats that we need to use with that Pokemon. Out of curiosity, what is the other ability that Shinx can have? Rivalry. I would rather have Intimidate. I believe what Rivalry does... That's interesting. So Rivalry in X and Y and below, so that includes this game, your Pokemon will deal more damage to Pokemon of the same gender. In Sun and Moon and up, you deal more damage to Pokemon of the same gender, but less damage to Pokemon of the opposite gender. But Intimidate is always good because it's like a free attack lower. Gyarados has Intimidate as its ability. One of them, anyway. Let's see what else we can encounter out here. And again, when we get Pokeballs, if we run into a Shinx, then I'm not going to catch it because we already have the Shinx, so we'll be able to catch something else on Route 29. Here on Route 30, we have... Okay. It's disappointing. Oh! A life orb! Yes, the items are also randomized. I did it in such a way that I didn't want to have an overpowered item at the beginning, so I clicked the box that said that it wouldn't do that. But this is a life orb. You might recognize it if you're interested in competitive showdown kind of Pokemon battles, because as it says on the box, it will boost your attack power, but cost you health at the end of each turn. So I don't want to use that just yet. I don't think we need it, for one thing, and I don't like the trade-off of health being lost. So, we were supposed to go to Mr. Pokemon's house. This is not Mr. Pokemon's house, but we're going to go in anyway. People usually come to my house looking for Mr. Pokemon's house. You did mean to visit my house, right? Yes. He gives us a box to put apricorns in. And we can use apricorns to make Pokeballs. Well, we can't, but an old guy that we meet in the next town can. So now, if we interact with these trees, you can shake them and get a apricorn. I don't know why they abbreviated the... I'm guessing there was like a character limit, so they abbreviated the colors. It's just really funny to me. You don't get a green apricorn, you get a apricorn. Oh, an X attack. It is a one-time use item that will raise your attack. We might need it this run, since Nuzlockes are, if your Pokemon faints, you don't get to use it again. It's a little more serious than normal runs. I have just honestly never used X items. Pink. Pink. How do you say pink without the I? Pink. I hate that. Okay, we're saving the game. I forgot that he, like, sprints up to you. I'm Mr. Pokemon! And now he walks slowly because he has egg. He obtained the mystery egg. A friend of mine from Ekrotique gave it to me. Boy, I miss all of the town names just being colors. And this is Professor Oak, who is in Johto for some reason. He heard about us, so he waited here, totally not weird. A rare Pokemon. Yeah, totally didn't also run into one on Route 29. Well, maybe he means rare for Johto. Shinx is a Sinnoh Pokemon, if you didn't know. He also gives me his phone number. I feel like our character should be more weirded out by old men constantly giving their numbers. Do you want to give me your number? Okay, so we've got to go give the egg back to Professor Elm, but egads, what's this? He's calling us. Hello, Nova? It's a disaster. It's just terrible. What should I do? Oh no. Please get back here now. And then he just hangs up. You want to elaborate on whatever any of that was, ma'am? Oh, Nova. I just stepped away for a second. How could... Well, Professor Elm is acting like someone has died, so we've got to get back to the lab. And I think we didn't actually encounter anything here on Route 30, so hopefully we'll run into something on our way back. A Diglett. Huh. Definitely not what I was expecting to find in, you know, not a cave. Okay, well. It's a good thing I went for this then. Why is a Diglett faster than me? Well, Starlight. It's just spamming Growl. Does it actually know another move? Like an attacking move? I don't know Diglett's moveset. It's really loving that Growl. It might not have another move. I know some Pokemon, like the egg Pokemon that we hatch normally. Okay, it also has Sand Attack, that's annoying. Just the ultimate annoying moveset. The egg Pokemon that you hatch normally, I think, does not have any attacking moves. What are you scratching me with? What kind of baloney? What is it scratching? You know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Stop it. Leave me alone. Maybe it's scratching me with, like, rocks? Here we are. Starlight grew to level 6. Nice. You could probably benefit from, like, a jolly or... yeah, jolly nature. That, lowers special attack, but raises speed. Although I'm just going off of her base stats. She seems to be a physical attacker. I don't actually know if Luxray is or not. Oh yeah, I can run. We're in Cherry Grove. Remember, we don't have Pokeballs yet, so if we lose, it doesn't count. There is a reason I'm saying that now. In fact, maybe, do you want to see what other Pokemon are on Route 30? Maybe we could, do that real quick. I'm sorry, I'm just realizing that, okay, spoiler alert. When we go over here, that dude that shoved us out of the way that I said was our actual rival, actually, I think I already spoiled it when we were picking a Pokemon, but he'll have Beldum. And the problem with that is that Beldum is a steel type, which means that normal type attacks aren't going to be very effective against it. That's all Starlight has. Oh, a Poochyena! I would love to catch a Poochyena! You're so cute! I love you! Look at him! He's perfect! Him doggo! I hope I encounter you out on this route instead of a frickin' Diglett. No hate if Diglett is like your favorite Pokemon or anything, it just freaks me out. I'm just saying. When we encounter our rival, his Beldum will be level 5, so if we can just get to maybe level 7 and have a little bit of a bonus over him, maybe we will be okay. A Swinub! Oh, a little, it looks like a little beanbag. There are such cute Pokemon on this route. You're adorable. Don't sniff me. So here we are now, we're level 7. Do we learn any new moves? No? Maybe we just do one more, I think. Just one more. See if we get anything a level 8. Maybe if we got Bite, that would be perfect. Hey, Poochie. If we got Bite, that would be perfect. Do you know that? Because, Beldum, I believe, is a Steel and Psychic type. Dark is super effective against Psychic. So, if we could just learn Bite at level 8, what do you learn? Do you not learn anything at level... No, what? What? One more! Just one more, I promise. One more! Only one more, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't know why I'm harboring such disgust for Diglett in this playthrough. Like, it's a fine Pokemon. I've never had any problems with it before. I guess it's the Nuzlocke, the whole thing of, like, I might be forced to capture this. I do not have a choice. Do you learn anything? Okay. Well, it's fine. We'll probably be fine, right? Let's go do what might be the saddest or longest rival battle of all time. Huh? Here he is! You got a Pokemon at the lab. What a waste. That's a Pokemon that's too good for a wimp like you. Don't you get what I'm saying? Well, I too have a good Pokemon. I'll show you what I mean. You were challenged by Passerby Boy. Clear body, suppress Starlight's Intimidate. Oh, that's annoying. So, Tackle isn't going... Take it down. Oh. Okay, I was worried for a second. That didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. Oh. Clear body prevents all stat loss. This is going to take forever. Okay, don't worry. I have a potion. I have 5 potions! Joke's on you. An old man gave me a ton of potions to use. Okay, I'm just use another potion. Don't worry, Starlight, we're gonna win this. You got this. There you go. Knocked out with a not very effective move. Charge. Okay, well that would be more helpful if we had a an electric type move. Charge, I think it does raise your special defense as well, but it increases the power of an electric type attack. Do you want to know who I am? I'm going to be the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. And he shoves us out of the way, and he's like, wait, oh no, give it back. That's my trainer card. Oh no, you saw my name. Okay, bye. So now we're gonna go back to the lab. We're gonna go back to the lab and see what Elm has to say. He's going to say, oh no, I was robbed. I think that's the only time in the series you see a professor lose a Pokemon. Alright, here we are. Knock knock. Professor, I got your phone call. And a kid with a Beldum tried to beat me up. Oh yeah, this police officer thinks that we're the person who did it, even though I don't know why Ethan has to defend us. Professor Elm is right there. He just doesn't say anything. Elm, homie, stand up for me. So now we get to name our rival. We are going to go with a spacey theme, because it's fun. Why not Eclipse? It's a cool name, and it's also the name of a very cool band. My favorite songs by them are probably Mary Lee and Viva La Victoria. Check it out. Also, how does an astronaut cut his hair? He eclipses it. Anyway, Eclipse was his name, yes. Thanks for helping my investigation. My next assignment is to search for this red-haired individual. Okay, bye, officer. Thanks for nothing. Nova, I'm glad they understand you were innocent. See you later. Hey, Elm, thanks for helping. There's the egg you wanted. Huh? This is an egg, isn't it? Why'd he, like, jump back like that? It's just an egg, man. Professor Oak gave you a Pokedex. Yeah, I kind of forgot he did, honestly. You know, you gave me a phone call, you sounded like someone had, like, shot you. A kid tried to pummel me with his Beldum that isn't his Beldum because he stole it. Well, I guess it's his Beldum now. Okay, so we are going to leave it here. The next episode we will actually get Pokeballs and we will be able to catch a new teammate, and I'm excited about that. But if you see there, we have been playing for like half an hour, and like I said, it's 2 a.m. So I'm going to leave this episode here and get back to you eventually. I post Wednesdays and Fridays. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, subscribe, like, bell, blah, 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 and I will see you, hopefully, here again. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.